Hello YouTube viewers, and welcome to my channel again. What shame game. So I want to just make another video. This is my second video today. I don't know if I'm gonna upload it today or not, but it is the 17th of December, and I just want to touch bases on the status that I posted on Facebook. And what I said was women, basically women, stop coming second to the next woman. If that man does not see you worthy enough to allow you to be the only woman, then leave him where he stands. So again, I just want to touch bases on that and just uplift and inspire somebody today. So oftentimes, we put ourselves in situations, in different situationships with different guys or whatever the case may be, different breakups and things that we've been through in our lifetime. And I almost dropped my phone. And we allow different experiences in life to kind of mold us into different insecurities that we grow to have. So I just want you to know, do not, under no circumstance, settle for no man. No man. Ladies, we must learn to close our legs, okay? And this is coming from somebody who just had their legs open. I was just on my back in August. The last time I did anything, had any type of sexual activity, was August 2nd. So I'm not coming at you like I ain't did it. I ain't doing it currently. I go celibate, or I practice abstinence a lot of times. I go sometimes without sex for a year and a half, 6 months. Like, I go long periods of time without sex because I know that my conscience, I know that that's not something that I should be doing. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I love it. Like, I do. But you have to want to do things the right way and in the right order. And what I mean by that is, stop giving these dudes husband qualities. You know what I'm saying? Your body is the most sacred thing in this world. Like, you should not be allowing a man to just come and go as he please, or allow his sweet nothings to get you on your back. At the end of the day, that's how men, most times, they think with that thing in their pants. And you have to set yourself, be different from the rest. Like, they used to getting brides to get on their backs and, do other things. I ain't gonna get too explicit, but like, stand out from the next. Like, that's the only way. Like, this is not for everybody. Like, this is for people who at heart really genuinely want to find real love or attract real love, and they eventually want to get married someday. Like, in order to receive the right man, you have to be able to change whatever it is about yourself, whatever insecurities that you have about yourself, in order to attract the right person, because you're going to attract what you are. Okay? So stop thinking that because you had sex with a man that he gonna cuff you or that he gonna marry you. Because if you still dealing with a dude a year later, a year and a half later, that's even too long. I feel like men, they know what they want. They know if a woman is their wife or not, point blank period. And a man knows when he first meets a female if he wants to try to have a relationship with her or if he just want to sleep with her. Like, they know that. Like, that's how they operate. They just, that's the type of beings that they are. Like, they think with their penises, okay, most times. They look at attraction before anything. I mean, any human, that's just human nature to look at the attraction of a person. But most times, men, they looking at the physical being of a woman before they look at the mental. So, listen. Take a different approach. Stop thinking that you having sex with a dude is gonna get him to marry you or cuff you. Because look at your past. Look at the pattern. You done been laying on your back for years and you still ain't married. You've been laying on your back for years, and you still going after breakup after breakup after breakup. When you lay down with a person, you're putting everything at risk. Your health. You're putting your mental health. You're putting like when you committing fornication, you have to understand that there is consequences that's going to come with that. You could be dealing with a person for years and really not even know who they are. Like, people are always going to show you the camouflage of them for a while before you get to see the real side of who a person really is. So, like, be mindful of that. When you land with people, you are creating babies who are now growing into single households with single mothers, or mothers who throw the kids off on the dads, single dads. And it's just like, it's toxic. It's toxic. So, start to get to know a person here first. Start to get to know a person mentally first, because then once you get to know a person mentally, you get to figure out their tactics, and the plans that they have for you. Because one thing you got to understand is the enemy works through people. The enemy works through people, and you need to be mindful of that and watch who you allow in your circle. That's friends, man, woman, whatever. You have to watch who you let in your circle, because the enemy uses people to destroy you as well. He puts those spirits into people to attack you. So, ladies, stop having sex with these dudes, okay? Because you going back and forth, you playing all these mind games. At the end of the day, when a man know what he want, he gonna cuff you. That's if you sleeping with him or if you ain't sleeping with him. So I'm telling you, if you hold yourself to a high standard and show these dudes, and not to just be trying to act like you that way, but literally walk the walk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, pray, ask God to help to give you that strength. You know what I mean? To fight those urges, because once you sleep with a dude, that's it. That is it. Not saying that it can't possibly work, that you possibly can't be with the dude, but most times when you meet a person, they are not the only person that you're talking to. And most times dudes be sleeping with multiple females when you meet them, but they try to act like it's just you. No, it's other women. So stand out. And if that's the person that God has for you, he gonna get himself together for you. So don't settle. Listen, stop settling for these dudes, okay? Stop giving these dudes more than what they deserve. Stop cooking for these dudes. Stop treating these dudes like they husbands, and they ain't even earned those they haven't even earned that from you yet. Allow them to earn that first. If a man want husband qualities, he needs to marry you, point blank, period. Trust me, I done been in relationships after relationships and thinking that sex wins over a person. No, not saying that I'm not wife quality, because I know that I am. But the men that I was attracting, because of the hurt that I was dealing with and the insecurities that I had, was not the person for me. That was not husband material. So, listen, stop laying with these dudes. Stop creating these babies and putting them in these broken households, okay? Because you have to deal with that person for the rest of your life once you slip up and you have a baby with them. And every person that you lay with, you twisting your soul with. You creating soul ties. Meaning, you could have slept with a dude 5-10 years ago, and you could see that dude years later and be like, oh, hey, how you doing? I ain't seen you in a long time. Yeah, I've been doing good. No, I'm single. Yeah, let me give you my new number. And then boom, you on your back for your ex. That's what I was just doing in August. I slept with an ex because I got in my, in my flesh and let it get the best of me, and I was already like off and on in contact with this person, but I slept with him because I just wanted some sex at the time. Now, my intentions wasn't to be with dude. I was on some nigga stuff. I ain't even gonna lie. I had the nigga mentality at that point. Like, look, I just want some. I ain't trying to be with you. I already know that you're not my husband. But when you know that a person is not for you, why continue to put yourself in situations that can, why continue to put yourself in situations that can go left? Like, leave a person where they at. When you know that you done dealt with this person for a long period of time, y'all argue, or he's showing clear signs that he's playing games and he don't plan on being with you, why continue to waste your time? I just dealt with a dude for over 10 years. And I'm single right now. But I knew when I met dude that he was not for me. I knew when I met dude that he was not going to live up to the standards that I wanted him to live up to. But I tried to force the shoe to fit. Ladies, stop forcing the shoe to fit. If that dude for the streets, let that man be for the streets. Because I'm telling you, if you really want to be married and you want to do things the right way, or if you just really want to be in a committed relationship and do things God's way, God will bless you with that man. You just got to be patient. You got to be patient. You got to do the work on yourself, for yourself, and then that man God gonna send that man. You got to believe that. He gonna send that man. So ladies, and listen, stop arguing with these females. Listen, I done been there, done that. He loved me. Oh yeah, he did this, he did that. Girl, you stop trying to prove a point to these females. Like, for real. Stop proving the point, because at the end of the day, he in your ear and he in her ear. He telling you the same, he telling her the same thing that he telling you. Point blank period. He lying to both of y'all. And when he get caught up, he looking dumb, and both of y'all, he disown both of y'all when he get caught up. Like, man, both of y'all tripping. So listen, stop putting yourself in situations. When you see that you dealing with an immature, grown boy, leave that dude where he at. Leave where he at. He ain't worth it. He ain't worth your time. You got to speak that to yourself. You ain't worth it. You don't deserve me. Like, speak life into yourself. Don't expect a man or anybody else to do that for you. In order to have the confidence that you need, you got to speak that thing into yourself. Because when there's nobody else there to speak it into you, all you got is you. All you have is you. So you need to uplift yourself on the real. Stop letting these dudes, we got to stop letting these dudes play with us. And we, by nature, we care, we love, we're nurturers. Stop settling for less. Leave these dudes where they at. Treat them for what they are. Okay? That ain't your husband. Point blank period. That is not your husband. Stop settling. You ain't missing out on anything. When you be obedient and you set standards and you do the work that you need on yourself, God will bless you with that man. I'm telling you. He'll bless you with that man. It don't matter how many kids you got. It don't matter how many kids you got. When you fight your flesh and you do what it is that you need to do to change, and you learn to love God and learn to love yourself, and you let God know the desires of your hearts. He know what you want. He know what you need. It don't matter if you got 10 kids. The right man is going to love you and those 10 kids. Ladies, stop. I got to say this. I don't know. Y'all so used to following. Y'all want to follow the trend so bad. Y'all looking at these women in Hollywood and trying to monkey see, monkey do. Stop letting these people manipulate your bodies. If God did not create you to have a booty, do not go and get a booty made. Do not go and try to force something that God did not bless you with. If God did not give you big titties, don't go getting your titties done. If you don't like your cheeks, don't go getting your cheeks manipulated and raised and your nose fixed. Listen, stop with this plastic surgery and these butt lifts and all of that. Stop it. Because let me tell you something, you ain't fooling nobody. If you doing that to yourself, you do not love yourself. You are insecure and you're trying to find your love in things. You're trying to find yourself in things, and things do not define you. Okay? Things do not define you. Stop thinking that getting your body done or changing or altering yourself is going to make somebody be with you or love you. Whatever God has for you is for you. And if you got a pointy nose, fat nose, wide nose, flat booty, little bitty tiggle bitties, whatever you want to call them, it's a man out here for you that loves you just the way you are. And you have to love yourself enough to believe that. Stop letting the devil get in your ear and put all these self-esteem issues within you. Tell the devil he's a liar. Okay? Like this generation, the way this world is going, it's just like ridiculous. Everybody got a point to prove. Everybody trying to prove something on social media. Listen, stop looking at this social media and looking at people's lives. They got all this money, you thinking they happy. No, they're not. Most times they're not. They're not. Stop looking stop being on the outside looking in, being jealous of other people, thinking that you gotta do just as much to be better than them. Be who you are. Love yourself for where you are. Like for real. For real. Because if you continue to try to prove yourself to men, you'll forever fail. You'll forever fail. Because it's hard to please men. It's hard to please men. Okay? It's hard to please men. And again, I'm only speaking to those who on what I'm on. The believers. Listen. And for those who really at heart want to see God but don't know for themselves, listen. If you want to attract the right things, you have to be the right thing. Okay? Work on yourself. Self-love is the best love. You cannot, it's impossible for you to love anybody if you don't love yourself. Love yourself. Get to love yourself. Work on yourself. Okay? Do construction on yourself. And God gonna send that man. He gonna send that man to God. Like, stop seeking or running after these dudes who ain't got nothing to show for themselves. These dudes who don't even know who they are, who think it's okay to sleep with multiple women. They have insecurity issues. Because a real man, they wouldn't even be putting themselves through that. It's a gamble every day when you lay down with somebody. Especially today. As many people walking around with AIDS. As many of these undercover brothers that's sleeping with these good women. And you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta be careful, like how y'all laying out here, who y'all sleeping with, because these STDs is real. Okay? And stop putting yourself in situations where you gotta fight for a man's love. Because these females out here, they're losing their minds over penis. They willing to kill for the penis now. Stop putting yourself in harm's way. If that man wanna be out here dipping and dabbing, let him dip and dab and go on about your business. Because anytime that you coming up or anytime that you going against the next woman, you putting your life at risk every day, because you don't know where that woman's mental state is at. Okay? You don't know where that man's mental state is at. If you ever choose to leave him one day, he might try to kill you. It's people getting killed every day out here. From men, different men killing these women, women killing these men. It's not worth it. Spiritual warfare is real, and these spirits is jumping in these people's bodies, and these people is snapping. So I'm telling you, love yourself. Do not settle for less. Like, I know it's a struggle. Trust me, I know. Once you open that gate, it's hard to close it, because you're going to always have that sexual urge. But you need to pray and ask God to remove that thing. You have to stay consecrated. You have to stay on your face in order to defeat that thing. For real. Because if not, it's going to be hard to do. But you got to trust and believe God is going to deliver you from it. And just be patient, ladies. Be patient. Stop settling. Because you could be laying on your back for months, years, and that nigga still will see something better than you and walk away. And you sitting there looking dumb. But you don't even know. He was only using you for what you can give him. He already knew he didn't want to be with you. Let these men work for you. Tell that man, no, no, I'm not interested in having sex. Like, and I'm talking about at hello, when you first start dating a guy. Date with intention. Stop wasting your time in dating. Learn how to courtship. You want to be with a person? And don't just date freely either. Like, it's okay not to date. Chill. Get to date yourself. I'm not dating right now. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't meet people, but when I tell you I cut people off so fast, I be cutting dudes off in the first week. The first red sign. When you see the first red flag, leave them at hello. I'm telling you, God gives women intuition for a reason. Once you see that first red flag, oh, you know what? You are a nice guy and everything. You're nice looking, but it's some things that I'm looking for that you quite don't have, or it's some things about you that I think you need to work on. And allow that man to go and work on himself. And if that's the man that God has for you, he'll be for you. But y'all better follow y'all intuition and leave these dudes where they at. For real. For real. And if you tell a man in the door, like, you know, I'm not interested in having sex, you know, I'm practicing abstinence until I get married, or whatever the case may be. If that man wants to be with you and he sees great qualities in you and he knows that you're a good woman, he gonna be the man that he needs to be to get you and to keep you. And for y'all women out here with kids, can you master loving your kids first? Master loving your kids first before you go try to be with somebody. I'm doing that right now. I'm making sure that I love my son with everything in me. Because should no man go above your kids. I allow my baby father in most times to go. Not saying that I put him over my son, but I allow things to go on because I loved him. But if I loved me and my son enough, I would have been left him at the door. I would have left that alone. I would have not tried to make it work because we had a baby together. Like, just because you lay down and have a baby with a person don't mean that y'all have to be together. Because toxic is toxic. And you knew that before you popped up and got pregnant. So, take your L and move on about your business. But listen. Love your kids. If you got kids and you ain't with the child father, love your kids. Stop letting these dudes go in and out of y'all kids' life that ain't got no good intentions for them. They only want to have sex with you. That's it. Love your kids first before you bring any man into your household. Your kids is your top priority. And whoever God has for you, he's going to send him to you. He's going to put him in your path. But you have to be ready to receive him. You have to be ready. If you're broken, you're going to attract brokenness. Point blank, period. But I just want to make this video to tell you ladies, stop having sex with these dudes because they do not respect you when you do that. They throw you in the pile right with the rest. I don't care if you got a PhD, a bachelor's degree, your own business. Stand out and stay off your back.